All right, we're on Highway 40, Lincoln, the famous Lincoln Highway that goes from Chicago to San Francisco. We're actually going eastbound. If you look down into the valley at Donner Pass is Donner Lake. Unbelievable. And off to the right, you can see some of the Transcontinental Railroad, the Chinese Wall that was created by Chinese labor. And of course, we got Rainbow Bridge, one of the most famous bridges here on the highway. Absolutely stunning vistas here. It's sunset. It's June 9th, 2014, as we head back down to Donner Lake. And I'm just going to drive and keep the camera rolling. If you look up there, you can see one of the snow tunnels. You can see a little bit of the graffiti on the wall. It's right up there is where the Transcontinental Railroad came through. And we were reading the plaque about the Chinese workers. And they built this wall here to get the snow drift, not to cave in the railroad. You can see a lot of cars parked along the road. A lot of these are hikers and rock climbers. We saw several rock climbers today. These roads are pretty scary. There's no railing. Here comes a little bit of railing. But if you go over, that's the end of you. Pretty sure of it. Driving down. About a high of about 7,000 feet elevation up here. I think a little bit below 7,000. Earlier over at Lake Tahoe, we got up to 8,000 feet elevation, a mile and a half up. Absolutely amazing. Up there is the Chinese Wall. I'll just kind of slow down here and turn the camera up there. You can see that big wall. That is part of the Transcontinental Railroad today. Dun, dun, dun. Sun setting on Donner Lake. Now Donner Pass, of course, is famous for the Donner Party that got trapped in here in 1846, traveling west, and guess they had to eat each other. They got hungry. Well, some of them survived, but that's the famous Donner Pass that we are headed down. Just the sheer cliffs on the side. Now earlier in Lake Tahoe up by Emerald Bay, there was one strip of road along the top of a mountain that on either side of you was straight down to lakes. It was one of the scariest, most spectacular drives I've ever done. But just look at the wilderness out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that semi up there. That's Highway 80. That goes from, I believe it goes from San Francisco, Oakland area, all the way into Salt Lake through Denver. I'm not sure if it goes to Chicago or towards St. Louis. I have to look at the map. Alright, so we're going to pretty much sign off here as we head down to the bottom of the lake. Also nearby is Squaw Valley, which held the Olympics. Here comes a bicyclist. Yeah, this guy is nuts. He's going up the hill. We've seen many bicyclists and hikers, and I don't know, they got some stamina, because these are some brutal inclines and declines. Some of these guys are like got camping equipment on them, everything. Back to Squaw Valley. So Squaw Valley is just probably 10-15 miles, probably on the other side of that mountain right up there. On the other side, Squaw Valley, and that's where the Olympics were held back in the 60s. That's also where Walt Disney wanted to create the resort Mineral King It was one of the last projects he wanted to do, and when he passed away, they never completed it because of the damn hippies, the Sierra Club. They put a stop to it. I mean, I think that's too bad because it would have been awesome, and I probably would have got a Disney discount. But here we are. We're going into the Truckee Town Limit, and that is right here on Donner Lake. This beautiful wilderness. We got some Douglas ferns. We got some lodgepole pines, but no giant redwoods, which, you know, I kind of wanted to see, but they're up north. But we have smaller redwoods according to the ranger at the Disney's Wilderness Lodge, but I don't count them. Alright, so once again, we are headed to the bottom of the lake, and I'm about to sign off because there might be some cops here seeing me holding the camera in California, phone camera, and I don't need the ticket. Alright, adios from the Great West. Bye-bye.